The following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers. This is the TFN Geek coming to you with what will hopefully be a quick video. The other day I got a gift from a friend of mine, TheTransformerGuy 85. There's a link in the description to his channel. Please go check out his videos. He does some amazing videos. And he was nice enough to send me a Transformers action figure that's been hard to find where I live. So thank you so much to the Transformer Guy 85. Shout out to you. Thank you so much once again for sending this Transformers figure to me. Without further delay, here it is, the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Battle Master Rung. So thank you to the Transformer Guy 85 for sending this to me. Gary's Transformers Reviews, Wolfham's Prime, hello. I won't be inviting anyone into the actual live stream video tonight because I want to be able to get to bed, guys, so I apologize if you wanted to join. Hopefully my next video I'll be able to invite people in, but I just want to keep the video simple and focus here on this guy. So thanks to the Transformer Guy 85, now that I have Rung in my Transformers collection, I only need one more Transformers figure to complete the Siege line. And it is none other than Rung's wavemate, Singe. So hopefully I'll be able to find Singe next month in February. So here he is in all his splendor and glory. Rung, he is a Battle Master that is a brand new mold. He is not a repaint or a retool of a previously released Transformers figure in the Siege line. And I gotta say, Rung is pretty impressive. Now for those of you who don't know who Rung is a character that was created by IDW for the Transformers comic books. And the first thing about Rung was that even though he has an alt mode, nobody knew what Rung transformed into, and that was the mystery of it. The only indication as to what Rung could possibly transform into is that he has a wheel hanging off of his back, and when Rung finally did transform, what he transformed into was a cylinder-shaped object, and the wheel was just a decoration hanging off the back of it. But even then, nobody knew what the cylinder was supposed to do, if it was a laser gun or if it was a bazooka cannon. Nobody could figure out what it is, so that was the enigma of Rung in IDW's comic books. You had no idea what his alt mode did or how it was supposed to function. And IDW then did a plot twist where it turns out Rung, instead of being his own identity, it turns out Rung was just a disguise that a more powerful Transformers character was using to interact directly with the Autobots on the battlefield. And it turns out Rung's real identity was none other than Primus, the creator of the Transformers in Transformers fiction. So yes, that is who Rung is. So, and just in case you're wondering, in the comic books, Rung was portrayed as being a small and skinny Autobot, so the first ever toy of Rung being the size of a Battle Master, it makes perfect sense. So, Transformers fans who don't know who Rung is might not be too excited to get him, but Transformers fans who were aware of who Rung is before Hasbro announced they were releasing an action figure of him in the Transformers Siege line, that made him an instant must-have for most Transformers fans who knew who Rung is from IDW's comic books. So that's why I wanted to get Rung, and so one last thank you to the Transformer Guy 85 for hooking this up with me. So here's the back of Rung's box. There he is in his robot mode, and his alt mode, which they don't specify what his alt mode is, only that you can put two blast effects, which all the Battle Masters have been coming with, and because Rung is a new mold, his blast effects are brand new. They haven't been seen on any other Battle Masters, so that's great. And he transforms back and forth between robot mode and his alt mode, whatever it is, in just 4 steps. So that's pretty cool. So let's see if I can get him unboxing here really fast. I realize now I probably should have removed the tape holding him in place before I started recording the live stream. See what everyone's saying in chat. Wolfham's Prime, Gary's Transformers Reviews, hello there. Wolfham's Prime, he's telling me that I have to hurry because Earthrise is coming fast. And that is true to my fellow Transformers collectors who haven't been keeping up with the news on the internet. Apparently, the first action figure is being released in the Transformers Earthrise line. Transformers Earthrise is the next line that's acting as a sequel line to Siege, and basically Transformers Earthrise, even though it's not officially supposed to be released until late March, early April, some of the smaller size Transformers are being found at Target stores, specifically the Micromasters. I don't know if anyone's found the Battle Master that's being released in Earthrise named Sound Barrier, but yeah, the Micromasters are appearing at Target stores right now. Now, my local Target store has been backfilled with Wave 3 and Wave 4 Siege Transformers figures, so my local Target store hasn't gotten anything new in for weeks. So that's why I'm extra happy that the Transformer Guy 85 was able to find a run for me at his Target. Alright, and so with Rung free from his cardboard prison, let's take a look at him. And I gotta say, Rung is really impressive. I really like the face sculpt that the designers at Hasbro and Takara Tomy gave Rung. I apologize for my camera not picking it up properly and making it fuzzy, but that is an accurate face sculpt to what Rung had in IDW's comic books, and that's really great. So here is Rung's, his two blast effects. They're the same thing. It's almost like a swirling jolt of electricity on him. And unfortunately, the only ports that Rung has for his two blast effects, they end up being on the bottom of his feet when he's in his robot mode. Wolfemus Prime says he found the final Battle Masters at Target. Congratulations, Wolfemus, for doing that. So, as far as articulation goes, Rung, his arms are on ball joints at the shoulder, so his arms can rotate forwards and backwards 360 degrees. He has ball joints on his hips, but they're rendered unable to move backwards because of his backpack. And so there's that wheel design that I mentioned that he had in IDW's comic book. So to transform Rung, it's simple enough. First you put his legs together, and then you flip his backpack up like this, and it covers his face. Then you take his arms, swing them around, and peg them here on the inside. Right, and you see that little peg hole right there, and it'll match up with a peg that Rung has here on the back of his arm. And right there, as you can see, Rung's arms do sit flush with the rest of him, and so next you can take the blast effects and put them in like that. You can have them facing opposite directions if you want, make it look like there's different electricity to it. Straighten his legs out, and here is Rung in his alternate mode. And if Rung's alternate mode is supposed to be a laser gun, which is what a majority of the Battle Masters are, it's the most oddest shaped looking laser gun that I've ever seen. Now, one thing that might put some Transformers collectors off about Rung is that the entire front half of his robot mode makes up a majority of his alt mode, and pretty much the backpack coming off the back here is what is most unique. So essentially Rung, even though that's almost the similar a number of steps to most of the Battle Masters in the Siege line, Rung, his legs coming together like that, his alt mode is essentially just him, Rung, lying down on his back with his robot mode backpack covering his face. Okay, so that might put off some Transformers fans with Rung not really being much of a robot in disguise, but to be honest, in IDW's comic books, the gag with Rung was that you have no idea what his alt mode is supposed to be, so technically you're not supposed to have any idea what this thing is. So that is, for me personally, from what I've read on the Transformers Wikipedia about Rung, This Battle Master figure of him is pretty decent for being the first ever figure of Rung, and the fact that his alt mode was originally a mystery. There was no idea what Rung was supposed to transform into, and even after he did transform into it, there technically is still no idea what his alt mode is supposed to be. The way that IDW in their comic books wrote about Rung, I honestly thought we were never going to get an action figure of him. But honestly, this is a pretty decent toy of him, so I think I'll end the video right now. Wolfemus Prime, catch up on the live stream chat really fast. Wolfemus Prime says, I always feel like I'm spending too much money on stuff when I go to the store. In my mind, it's just telling me, stop your spending, ending all your money on Transformers figures, which are easy to break. Wolfemus Prime, I find myself telling myself that all the time. For me, my hobby of collecting Transformers action figures, it helps me to not stay depressed, and it adds excitement to my life, so that's why I always do it. So thank you, Wolfemus Prime, for stopping by the live stream chat. Nero, thank you for stopping by. I hadn't seen you come in. Gary's Transformers Reviews, thank you for stopping by in the live stream chat as well. So this has been a video review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Battle Master Rung, and I do recommend adding him to your Transformers collection because he's a great 8-figure. And if you are aware about who Rung is, then you will find him even more enjoyable versus if you don't know who Rung is. And thank you once again to the TheTransformerGuy 85 who found Rung for me. So double thumbs up to you, the TheTransformerGuy 85. There's a link in the description to his channel. If you haven't subscribed to him already, please do so, because the TheTransformerGuy 85, he makes some amazing videos about Transformers. So thank you guys all so much. Thank you to all my subscribers. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And remember, this video has not been made for kids. So I wanted to leave that viewer discretion one last time. So thank you guys all so much, and a extra big thank you to you, the TheTransformerGuy 85. So thank you guys all so much, and until next time, transform and roll out. Good night, everyone.